What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and the ratings are here for Monday Night Football, and even I did not think they would be this bad. This is devastating to the NFL and for ESPN, but it should come as no surprise. Why are ratings down? The NFL has gone full woke. Every part of what they're doing on the field has something to do with social justice, and people are noticing, people are walking away. And of course, when it's on a channel that has branded itself on social justice, on being woke in ESPN, it's just going to be amplified, and that's exactly what we saw. An incredible drop in ratings for Monday Night Football. NFL ratings, Monday Night Football, Week 1 doubleheader ratings way down. And even when you look at the matchup, some people are going to say, oh, well, this team's not as big of a draw. These matchups are fairly similar, to be quite honest with you, when we get right down to it. So we're going to take a look at this. It's now what we would call a trend in the sports world. NFL television ratings for Week 1 of the NFL season have been down at nearly every turn. This started with a dramatic decrease in viewership for the Kansas City Chiefs, like we talked about on Thursday night. We covered that right here. But now we have the Monday Night Football ratings. They're so bad, guys. Steelers at Giants. This game drew 10.8 million viewers on ESPN, down 21% from the early game opener in Week 1 of 2019. Same station, same time zone, right? 21% drop. If you think that's bad, just wait. I got more news for you. Titans at Broncos. 7.7 million viewers, down 38%. I'm not lying to you. 38%. This is similar to the NBA drop in ratings that we had. 38% drop for the NFL on ESPN. Absolutely ridiculous. ESPN has shot itself in the foot. The NFL has shot itself in the foot with what they're doing, this push for social justice. And we can go look. It's not like they were stinkers of matchups compared to what we had last year. So Steelers at Giants, I would consider those pretty big markets, right? New York and Pittsburgh. And the Steelers are one of the most legendary franchises we have. That is the same time slot as we had Houston Texans and New Orleans Saints. Obviously, I would put the Saints in the category of that, of that Pittsburgh Steelers type, where people probably have a little more excitement about them, but down 21% from that. And then the Broncos and the Raiders. Are the Raiders a bigger draw than the Titans? Yes. But it's the same team. Denver is also taking a part in this, in that late one. 38% drop. Devastating for the NFL. Those are some startling numbers right here. They're also a continuation of a trend around the NFL world thus far of a young season. Now, why are ratings down, you ask? It's because, like we talked about, do you really want to tune in to a Giant Steelers game when the Steelers are hanging a banner, Steelers against racism, as some big thing? Yeah, guess what? Everyone's against racism. Nearly every single normal human individual in the world is against racism. You don't need to be preached about it during an NFL football game. So people are going to tune out. And of course, just like always, we have players kneeling. A bunch of Giants players kneeling during the national anthem. While there's one lone warrior, part of the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, right? Alejandro Villanueva, who not only stood for his national anthem, but he also covered up the SJW message that was supposed to be on the back of their helmets. Will this get him in some hot water with the Steelers? I don't know, right? It was supposed to have Antoine Rose Jr., a criminal who ran away from the police and was shot and killed. But Villanueva taped over that and put Alwyn Cash. Who is that? He is a hero, right? He was posthumously awarded the Silver Star for heroism after his death at 35 while on duty in Iraq. Of course, Villanueva is a former member of the Army. He's the one who came out and stood for the national anthem when all the Steelers wanted to stay in the locker room a few years ago. He is a true hero, and he is standing like true heroes do, and he's honoring a true hero. Congratulations to Villanueva. I'm sorry the rest of your team is so disgusting. Thank you for being an individual and not falling prey to this woke messaging that the NFL is doing right now. But it's really not a surprise, right? The only game that had an increase in rating, the only time slot, was that Fox afternoon with Tom Brady facing Drew Brees. Tom Brady, his first time in a Bucs uniform. Kind of surprising that game was up, to be all honest, so kudos to them. That was a big draw for Tom Brady to be on the field as a Buccaneer. But worth noting that NFL ratings are tanking, despite two things that should be helping immensely. 1.2 million fans that cannot attend the games like they normally would in person can now tune in on TV. And the out-of-home viewers are now being counted. If you go to a Buffalo Wild Wings, you go to a Applebee's, wherever you go to watch a football game, your local bar, that is now being counted. Of course, not a whole lot of places are open, but that's now being counted towards NFL ratings. Yet they're still this bad. What an embarrassment. In the NFL, you get exactly what you deserve with this. You know? You get exactly what you deserve. You have made your bed. You decided to go fall on social justice. Roger Goodell, you decided to cuck out to the players, and you are paying for it. This is going to be a trend that continues as the season goes on, unless they decide to shift, unless they decide to stop going woke and start focusing on football again. And ESPN, the commentators on ESPN who were talking about this throughout the broadcast, are not helping things. Couldn't happen to a better network, could it? Absolutely tanking for ESPN and for the NFL. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.